Hello. Be sure and say hi when you jump on.
I guess I have a new segment. Hi.
Hi Donna, hi Lana, Karen,
Welcome.
Dorothy, Diane, Jane. Hopefully we do have sound now, so we do a little intro for everyone now. So a little build up to the show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun.
What? We had sound?
We have sound. Hi Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hopefully she got those extensions going. Hi Louise. Hi Beth. Hi Cindy. So we got fun stuff tonight, Joan?
We do. We
Perfect.
are doing some show and tell. Marilyn and Susan both have projects that they have been working on and showed you before. And I'm going to show you this little Dresden. I talked about it last week, this little Dresden that I'm making with this ruler. So I'm going to show you how to make one of those. And then we have a giveaway. Do we have a giveaway?
We do have a giveaway. Hi Mary. Hi
So-
Miranda. Hi Norma.
To be entered
Hi,
into the
Jane.
giveaway, you have to comment, say hello, tell us who you are, tell us where you're from.
Yeah.
Be sure and follow the page and share with your friends. So more people is more fun, and we love having fun. So this is Quilters HQ. This is the store we're in today. We have two more. It's Windmill Sewing Center and Sewing Machines Express. And so we do sell things here as well as do demos. If you see something you like, comment "Make It Mine" and the item. And if you haven't shopped with us before, either in the store or online or here, you go to our website. There's three of them: windmillsewingcenter.com, quiltershq.com, and QHQ and the number 2.com. I'm sorry. Robert's making faces at me again. And so you go there, there's a box up at the top of the page that says register for Make It Sew, and that gives us your shipping information. And so we'll send you an email invoice that has a clickable button that you can click pay and pay with your credit card or PayPal, however you're most comfortable.
Hi Jane. Hi Susan. Hi Joe. Hi Donna. Hi Beverly.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll get ready and start. Let's give everybody just a minute to jump on. Does everybody have big fireworks plans? I think we're going to blast off some in a friend's yard.
Yeah. Practicing social distancing, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
I don't think
I
there are
get scared and hide under the bed along with the cats.
with the cats.
So the cats. I see.
Oh, I don't think the cats mind at all.
I had a dog this big that tried to climb on our heads. I mean, she was so scared, and then she jumped through the screens out the windows and ran.
Did she ever come back?
Hi Deborah. Hi Darla. Hi Lisa. Hi Connie. All right, what's going on
This is
with our
Slurpee.
stores? Do we have lots of stuff going on?
We do. July 13th through the 17th. Is that right?
13th through the 27th.
13th through there was a 7 somewhere.
Yeah, there's a 7 in there.
So we're having an Anita Good Design trunk show in all 3 stores. It'll be at the same time, so come in and check that out. There's samples already made, and so lots of beautiful stuff to see. So we'll show you some of it here too. So
Yeah.
as soon as we get it in.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
There'll be Christmas stuff and all kinds of
I
things.
think Halloween.
Halloween, it's got all
a
of
little
the
bit of
holidays.
everything, yeah.
4th of July, a little bit late, but there'll probably be some of that too. So pretty cool stuff
Yeah.
to see.
Beverly said the fireworks are canceled. I think a lot of our fireworks shows around here are canceled as well with
I think so
the
too.
resurgence of a lot of pandemic stuff going on, and yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, masks.
mandatory masks for us
Mandatory
starting Friday.
masks.
So in
Starting
public.
Friday. If you come in the store, you do have to have a mask on. Actually, the governor of Kansas said if you go anywhere in public, you have to wear a mask. So,
That was my safety tip.
I'm sorry. Marilyn's going to tell you all the details.
No, she's not.
That was her safety tip.
No, I was just going to give him the word.
Darn.
Hi,
Sorry.
Michelle. Welcome to the show.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what we have.
In reference to the mask issue,
Yes,
how is that going to affect our clubs?
they have to wear a mask.
Yep. We'll try to set everyone far apart.
How can
So,
they drink their coffee?
well,
Straw. I
like
don't know.
a special
That's
straw that
I
goes
just-
up over.
I don't
Something
know. I
that's
kind
bad.
of just pull mine down a little bit and slurp some
You
coffee.
don't do it this way.
Yeah.
Mhm. Moving on.
Sippy cups are coming back.
Yeah, we all got sippy cups. That's right. Everybody will be safer.
Everybody will be safer with a sippy
I'll
cup.
take some
So,
Kahlua in mine. I think.
let's get started with Susan.
Hi, guys. Like and share. We like you, and we share that all the time. I showed you
Hi,
what
Tina.
I was going to start last week, making blocks with only fat quarters. And I showed you this book. It's a book that we had in the store. If you're interested in this book, we can probably order it.
Probably.
It's called Fresh Fat Quarter Quilts, 12 projects for your favorite fabrics. And as it goes through for each project, it tells you how many fat quarters you need. The one I chose,
Said she needed 32.
32
No.
fat quarters.
no,
Okay.
it said I needed 6.
Oh.
And this was the quilt. But I chose, you want me closer,
Closer.
or
Yep.
loud?
And louder. Well, wow. Okay,
Well, if I
that
can
might
yell
freak
it.
people out.
I chose to do it in patriotic colors. And lo and behold, I actually got all 4 blocks made. So all I have to do is the sashing and
Hi,
the
Brenda.
borders.
In one day.
Yes.
In one day.
That's how easy it is. So here,
I can almost see those pieces.
Yeah, move on.
and again, this is just out of 6 fat quarters. And I decided today, after I got this done, it's still too plain for me. I'm going to download from AccuQuilt the embroidery for one of the star dies that I have and do an in the hoop embroidery in the red centers of stars. So
And this was all in the
it's
book.
in the book.
Okay, and so you
I
just
just
picked one?
changed it out. Yep.
Okay.
Sweet and simple, something you can get done in a weekend or less if everybody leaves you alone. The other thing I'm going to share with you
Want me to pick
is I
these
know
up?
you remember when Amy Barrickman was here, and this is one of the top patterns that she had shown us. And I've read through the instructions. It's extremely simple to do. And it comes in 3 different lengths, so you can have a short one, a medium, and a little bit longer. So I decided I'm going to make 3 tops, and these are the fabrics that I picked from the store to do them in.
Cool.
Comment.
Little.
I'm not going to be conventional. I wanted something wild and crazy that draws a lot of
So
attention.
this is Laurel
because,
Birch, right?
Yes. And I think this one is too.
Yep, I think so.
And this is just so crazy.
Get it so crazy.
So crazy, and that's what
So-
your tops are going to be made out
Yeah.
of. Very cool.
You don't get to see you don't see anything like this in the stores. And it's just different and fun. So,
We're going to take lots of pictures when you model it.
Yeah,
okay, fine. I don't care.
yeah. So it should be fun.
So that's what I had for you tonight.
Oh.
I like you, and Sharon, have a safe 4th, please.
Yes.
And I'm turning it over to
Joan, she's got her thing right there.
Okay.
you weren't quick enough.
Wasn't quick enough. I was gonna hand that off to Marilyn, but
That didn't
so
work.
I'm fast.
so I cut out some 3.5-inch strips. I'm just gonna slide over here. This is the Strippy Stars. Will you grab one of these? you can't really see it that well, Strippy Stars ruler. This is actually, they use it to make, oh, I can't think of the name of that block. It's,
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Connie.
Their side.
it's the Strippy Stars tool. So you can use this to make stars. I'm using it to make Dresdens. So what I've done, and this is the Dresden that I'm making, and I'm going to actually set these on hexagon from AccuQuilt. And so the other thing that I just found out, which just doesn't seem possible to me, is that Marilyn and Susan have never made a yo-yo. That
What?
just, I know, that just doesn't
That doesn't
register in my
compute.
world.
We're non-conventional.
They're non-conventional.
What did we do now?
We've never made a yo-yo.
A yo-yo.
I used
These
to play with
tools.
a yo-yo.
So,
I know yo-yo,
different
Mom.
kind. Yo-yo. So, you get an extra demo tonight on how to use these. I know we have these all over the place. They're just so much fun. It's something fun that you can do with little scraps. Yo-yo quilts are just fun. You can do all kinds of things with
So
them
if we did them in here, there'd be laughter all the time.
all the time.
Just giggle with our little yo-yo toys.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Ivy.
When I made
Welcome
them
to the
when I was a kid and I made them, I actually cut out cardboard. This tool makes it so easy to do.
Let me get a
It's actually
close-up of that
2
tool.
pieces. Give me a thumbs up if you've actually seen and used this tool before. And so my leftover scraps is what I'm going to use. I hope this one's big enough. I think it is. So it goes in there. Yeah, might just work. Might need a bigger piece. But I'll show you that in a minute. So to cut these out, I cut a strip. Will you slide the rotary cutter over? So I made a couple of versions of these too. Let me show you the other one. So you can make one with a completely finished inside. To me, that just kind of looks a little, I don't know.
Needs a little more.
It needs a little more.
Okay.
Right? And so these are creative grids, so they have this rough side on here that does stick to your fabric a little bit. And so I wanted it to have this little open side right here in the center because I don't really care to do Y seams. So I've just cut a stack of these, and then I'm going to lay the 4-inch finished line right here on the edge of my fabric.
Looks like quite a few viewers have made the yo-yo.
So just Marilyn and Susan.
Yeah, I think they're just excluded. Hi, Margaret.
And that's it. That's the piece. And then you sew right across the top, right here. And then you're going to trim a little bit and press this open. But I have it set up over here if you want to go see one made.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So tools that you'll need are just a pair of scissors, and I know many of you have this tool. This is the multi-function finger presser tool.
Although I think the jury's out if Donna has found her multi-finger pressure tool.
Donna, did you ever find it? So I'm just going to do this one in the checks. So this will just be a checkered one. So you need 3 of each. I'm just going to fold these in half like this. Put a little tiny finger press right there, and then slide that right up under the, and I'm using my 1/4-inch seam guide.
If you don't have one of those, I think we have them back in stock, don't we?
We do. Am I doing dark? I am doing dark. There's another one. I like to sew from the open side to the closed side, so that way if I don't get it perfectly lined up, the machine will line up that edge for me.
Hopefully a lot of people will get to sew this weekend.
No kidding. It's a long weekend. I've heard some companies are shutting down Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
We are closed Saturday, all 3 stores. So stock up Friday.
Here for you Friday, and we'll definitely be here Monday. Hi, Mary. No, Donna has not found the multi-finger pressure tool.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's a great tool.
We have 5 finger pressure tools.
Marilyn just
Okay.
told me we have 5 of them in stock.
And the magnets?
We have 7.
7 magnets.
Okay.
So
Good.
7 finger presser tools. The
So-
sewing machine magnets,
with this,
7.
you want to start pretty close to the edge here. I don't know how well can you see this.
Hi, Linda.
So you want to start pretty close to the edge of this, but you don't want to cut your stitches, and you're just going to trim off the corners just like that. And 6. Now when you press these, you actually want this to be open. So you're going to open up this seam, just do a quick press with your thumb. Put your tool right there in the corner,
Hi, Karen.
and then turn that right out like that. And then you're going to, I think I sewed the wrong ones, but that's okay. And then line those up, and then you're just going to give it a quick press. Just like that.
So we haven't seen any problems with the magnet with computerized machines at all.
Have not used them on the computerized machines here all the time.
Yeah, we haven't heard that one, Jane. So, hi, Georgia.
There's really no computer stuff down in the bottom of your machine. Now, if you do have one and you stuck it over here on that, I don't know that that magnet is powerful enough to cause an
Yeah, I
issue.
don't know.
Might cause your screen to flicker a little bit.
Yeah, it could.
But the only thing that's down here in the bobbin on the computerized is a laser that some of them have that will measure your bobbin. So, and that's just a sensor. It wouldn't affect that.
So no, we haven't really heard any issues with that. Hi, Rochelle. Happy 4th of July, all.
Yes. So these go together really quick. These are some that I had cut out earlier, so they're a little, it's going to have a little bit bigger circle. So it will need a bigger yo-yo. I don't know why I went blank there just for a second. Does that ever happen?
You know,
It
yeah.
happens all the time.
You ever walked in the kitchen and forgot what you went in there for?
I know. Then I leave, and then I remember what I went there
Hi,
for.
Susie. Hi, Mary.
As soon as I leave, I remember, and then when I get back, I forgot again.
Yeah, these are great sewing chairs. We've got a bunch more of those coming in.
They have some new colors.
They do have some new colors.
Solids.
Yep. So if you're interested in one of the sewing chairs, you should be able to see them online or call us. We'll order and ship it to you.
Yep.
Hi, Anna. Welcome.
Okay. So those are all.
If you just joined us, we're sewing a yo-yo.
Nope, we're sewing a Dresden. We're
A
gonna
Dresden. Oh, okay,
sew
sorry.
a yo-yo in a minute.
Sorry, Anna.
And so then I'm just going to piece these together. Now the key thing to these, when you're doing these, you don't want to have your stitches show when you open this up. So I'm going to raise my needle here. You want to start your stitching a little bit inside of the block or the pieces here. So I'm actually going to start my stitches right about here and leave that open, so because when I tack these down it'll be fine. Oops, came unthreaded.
Pause for a rethread.
Pause for rethread. I was sewing without bobbin a minute ago.
Blow by blow action over there.
I know. I hate it when I do that.
Hi, Carla. Hi, Christine.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow the page and share. There's one.
We had a viewer ask, do we carry the Tri-Rex ruler?
I'm not familiar with that
I'm
one.
not familiar with that one either.
Tri-Rex ruler. Who makes it?
Yeah, who makes it would be the question.
So once you have these pieces done, you want to press these seams open.
And if you just joined, we are having a Need a Good trunk show, all 3 stores, the 13th through the 27th of this month.
July.
Of July.
Yeah, July. I guess today is the last day of June.
Yep. So I'm going to sew these two together. Did I do it wrong? Nope, I didn't.
Oh, good job.
I know. Whew. No pressure. And then the last one.
So you just do a little back stitch there.
I do when I'm doing these, because we're not actually coming all the way up to the very tip, so you can see it's kind of open right there. So I don't want these coming undone, so I'm going to use this foot that is available for industrial and semi-industrial machines from Juki. This is a compensating foot. It's actually lower on one side, and so when I go to stitch these down, I'm just going to line it up through there and sew along the edge to tack them down. I could do a blanket stitch, but to me this is easier, and I'm all about easy.
Triangle in a square ruler.
Triangle in a square. I think we do have that one, but
Yeah,
it's
we'll
from
check, Beth.
it's from Creative Grids. Is that the one that was asking about earlier?
Yeah, Beth was asking if we had the
Yep.
triangle in a square ruler.
And so there is your Dresden. And so I'm not going to cut it out, but these are going to go on this. So I'm going to cut out my background fabrics with this AccuQuilt die, and they kind of line up just so you can line this up just perfect. So it's a 6-point, so it'll line up perfect with the background. Or the other way that I could do it is to line it up this way and have a little more interest here. So more room for quilting if you're going to show off your custom quilting. Bringing this over.
Yeah.
We'll go back over there to sew the...
Yo-yo?
Oh, you picked out a different color for the yo-yo. That's
oh,
perfect.
Nice. There we go.
That's very
cool.
pretty.
Way to go, Marilyn.
Way to go, Marilyn.
Kathy said that it's made by Easy Quilters.
Easy Quilters.
The ruler.
So very easy to do that. That ruler has other uses. It also makes, let me show you with AccuQuilt, table here.
Thanks, Kathy.
Maybe I won't.
What are you looking for now?
The yeah, I can show you here. Corners, angles. Yeah. Right here. So it's this shape and this shape are the ones that ruler makes with each side. And those are used over and over and over in quilting to do blocks like, I know this is like this. So if you were to make this star right here, you can use that ruler to make this shape right here.
Cool.
So, and a Dresden. So you
And
get
a
like
Dresden. Okay.
multiple uses. Okay, so let's go over here. Did they say that they've used this tool?
Yeah, quite a few of them have used it. Hi, Carla. Hi, Mary.
I think that's the only one that size we had on the rack.
Now, let's see if I can center up that little flower right there.
There's the other half of that strip that I cut there. Maybe the flower's in a better spot.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Right there. Because it doesn't make a very big one.
Hi, Kathy. We're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well.
And so I'm just going to trim this just a little bit. Do we have this fabric?
I don't know if we still have it or not. That was
We
I
had
took that
some
out
of
the
it.
basket in the back.
So we're doing the Yoyo.
The Yoyo.
Yoyo quilt.
And that is, they come in multiple sizes. This one is $4.99, and it's got directions on the back. I've made a ton of these. They're super, super easy.
We have a little bit.
Hi, Ellen. Hi, Elaine.
I think that'll go nice with this. And so I'm just going to do a quilter's knot. I want a fairly big one, so. And so with this, you're actually going to you're going to fold this over like this, because you end up with a finished side. And I've done this wrong before. So you want to go,
True confession.
true confession. So I actually sewed this into the yo-yo ones. So you want to make sure when you take your next stitch, it's like open here. And you do want to catch your other piece. And so on this
Hi,
side
Carol.
is where you skip forward and come out here. Go down there. You can make a ton of these in like a minute. They're perfect to take with you too. Okay, I'm getting the laughter of disbelief.
Hecklers.
You can make a quilt in
Hecklers.
a minute.
No, they're super easy. And so I can't believe they've not done this. So I've got homework for.
Uh-oh, staff has homework.
Is there a ruler that goes with it?
Will there be a test?
Is there a video, a YouTube?
But you can carry these with you and just take them all over and just riding in the car. I usually, when I'm doing handwork like this, which does not happen often, by the way. I think I moved my
So what do you do with these, your viewer asked, what do you do with these yo-yos when they're finished?
Well, this one, I think I moved my thing. I'm missing there it is. So this one is going to be the center for this Dresden. Or maybe even, where's this one? This
So
one.
there's the package for the Yoyos.
Yeah. And trust me, if this was going to take a long time, I wouldn't do it right here in front of all of you. But they are super quick.
Car project, yep.
That and Hexies. Hexies are a great car project too.
Yeah, she makes those while I'm fishing.
In the car?
Yeah, I'm fishing out the car window.
Just drive up to the lake.
Yeah, just throw the pole out the window.
Casting is kind of tough.
Hi,
but-
Susan.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I am back around to where I started. So there is my original. So I'm just going to pop that off. Pop these out. And then you just kind of pull it. And all of this stuff gets tucked inside.
If you just joined, we're making Yoyos.
Who would have guessed?
Quilting Yoyos.
Quilting Yoyos, that's right. You do gotta mess with it a little bit to get that all tucked inside.
So a viewer was asking where you learned to sew.
Where did I learn to sew? My mother taught me quite a few things. She liked to make clothing. I'm going to take another stitch right here to make sure that gets fully closed. And then you just pull all of that tight. I'm going to take a couple of locking stitches. My thread's dark so it can hide real well. And knot. Always knot.
Voila.
Voila.
Not always.
Not always. Always not.
Always not.
And so there you have this perfect little round yo-yo, easy to make, and right there.
So Kathy said in Kimberbell they use, those are flowers.
Yeah.
They make little flowers out of them.
You can. So
There
if
you
you,
go.
Looks like a doorknob cover.
It looks like the little buttons on your couch cushions.
Yeah.
you could cover buttons with them. They do kind of look like that. But, so yeah, I mean, these have like tons of uses. So if you were going to make a yo-yo quilt, you'd use a bigger one though. So, but yeah, those are going to go right in there, and it's going to have a little bit of a 3D effect, maybe in a matching color for those. So we have lots of sizes of these. I have these all over in the house. So
Fun little project to work on.
fun little project, and you can use these to make 3D flowers, just petals. I mean, Kimberbell does it. I've done some of them.
Indigo Junction, someone said had yo-yo animals.
Yep.
So
I think
They come in different shapes too. So
Cat would
there's
have fun batting that
a
around.
flower one,
mhm.
and it shows you how to make them on the back. This one is $5.99. This one is a heart. Shows you how to make it. This one also $5.99. Super easy. This is the size I would use to do the flower garden. It's a bigger. This has inches on it. Yeah, this one does. And so this one's 2 3/8 inch. So if you have just little scraps, this is perfect to deal with those. So, and I thought,
Did you finish
Hi,
answering
Rebecca.
the person's question about where you learned to sew? You said your
Oh.
mother helped.
my mother did help, learn, teach me how to sew. It's kind of a little bit of a battle there because I didn't really want to learn. But, as mothers do know, she said, you might make a living quilting someday. And I was like, never going to happen. So, I did. Here you go. You know, mothers know best, don't they? Happens that way. So that was when I was a child. I think I was in like 8 or 9, somewhere in there, and you know, had the attention span of a gnat. So, and then I started quilting in 2000, and so read a lot of books, lots of books. YouTube wasn't a thing then, so
Trial and error too,
oh,
probably.
I have some lemons that you are never gonna see.
You made a lemon quilt?
You know,
It's got little lemons on it?
We'll call it a lemonade quilt.
Oh,
yeah.
lemonade quilt, okay.
There are some awful ones in there. So, and even with this, I tried several. So I actually tried these too. Way too small, too many pieces. So, not.
It was an experiment.
Yep, it was an experiment. So don't be afraid to try a few things. If it doesn't work out, you know, hey,
Try
move on.
again.
Make a yo-yo.
Make a yo-yo.
So
Make a yo-yo out of it.
yeah, I made these, and they were the hole was a little bit too big, so my yo-yo wouldn't quite fit there. So
Could have gone up to another size.
I could have gone up to another size. Made this one, didn't really like it, because I'm not a fan of Y seams. I can do them, I choose not to. They're just not as much fun. So, you know, this is easier. Do this, put a yo-yo on it. But if you wanted to do these, that's the same ruler. And so with that, when I did those, when I cut it, I actually lined it up so that I didn't have a point down here. So when I was cutting, let me bring it over here closer and move all my stuff out of the way. So when I made the one that didn't have, they're all kind of blendy here. So when I made this one, you line up your ruler with this set right here. So I wanted the one with the hole, this one. So I just moved it down a little bit so that this is open. And they're the same size. It's just, this one has, yeah, it's just the position of this ruler. So this one has this opening down here, and that allows for the hole. If I went even further down, I would get one like that, which is still the same size.
Very cool.
So,
I was thinking you could put something in between that. You could make a real yo-yo.
a real yo-yo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, 2.
Can you make them reversible? Someone asked.
These?
Mm-hmm.
The yo-yos? Yeah.
No, she didn't. She meant those. I'm playing with you, Joan. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you know.
I quit.
You'd have to sew them together, but yes, you could. Put
Very
some Insel Bright in between them, get a little coaster.
You could thread those on a wire and make a wreath out of them at Christmas time.
These?
Yeah, no, these you'd have to make a lot of
You
those.
guys are really ignoring the yo-yo.
You caught that, right?
Why are they against the yo-yos?
I don't know what they got against the yo-yo. This is a staple in quilting. You can
A
hide.
lot of people want big yo-yos.
You can hide
Replace the buttons in your
flaws.
couch?
You could put catnip in it.
I don't need it.
Catnip. You can put catnip in them.
Oh yeah, catnip. That'd work. Throw them around the house. That'd be fun. Good idea.
Hide and seek with a catnip yo-yo. Keep the cat entertained. That would be fine.
You could make your cat a quilt.
She would
Or
just
into
wrestle and wreck it like crazy.
Aren't all quilts for cats?
And dogs.
Yeah,
Both.
They do seem to find their way onto the quilts
Rex
somehow.
really likes the soft, fuzzy material.
I swear they put catnip in quilt batting.
Yeah, they do seem to really flock to that.
They do. I had a scrap piece of cat batting, and this cat would run and just dive onto it.
Really?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
cats. They make our lives interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn?
What?
Safety tip?
Safety tip.
It's 4th of July. What did you tell your children with about,
4th of July.
yeah, firecrackers,
Well,
Blow torches.
don't use a
sparklers?
cigarette
M80s.
lighter to light your firecrackers. I mean, that's just, dangerous right there. No, I didn't tell them. I never lit anything. I only did sparklers. I never held fireworks. I guess maybe I did some little ones, but I didn't. I was kind of afraid of them. I loved to watch them, and our father usually did most of the fireworks. We would all stand around, and he would light everything and see it go off. Yeah, yeah,
I think it is kind of a guy thing.
it kind of is.
Because I don't
Yeah.
really care for setting off fireworks either.
Yeah, oh, I did the snakes. I like doing the snakes.
Oh, the snakes are cool.
Yeah, they are. But just don't point your sprinklers, your sparklers.
Don't point your sprinkler at you.
Your sparklers, don't wave them in anybody's face. Don't point the Roman candles at anybody. And what are the other ones? Maybe that's it. I don't know. I like the fountains too. Those are pretty, but I never lit them. I was afraid I'd trip.
I don't think they sell the rockets anymore, the ones you put
Bottle rockets?
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Oh, yeah,
illegal.
you can get those.
Well, we just found out something interesting, didn't we?
That's why we don't have wooden roofs around anymore, is those silly bottle rockets. Yeah.
You had one land on your
Everybody
roof?
goes, well,
They would
they
set
set
fires.
fire to
yeah.
them,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. So be
Safe,
careful.
safety
That's
first.
right. Always, always, always. Have an ambulance handy. That would be my safety tip. Whoa.
Mary-
Have it on speed dial.
You're not going to
They are on speed dial. It's called 911.
I am gonna, my
Okay.
blocks. Well, Susie's got something she's gonna show that they need to keep handy.
That's
too.
appropriate for 4th of July.
It would have been an appropriate
Oh, yes.
giveaway.
We do sell safety kits made in the USA.
First aid kits,
Yep.
not safety kits.
This is a
You know.
woman-owned company,
Yes.
too.
Yep.
Very
One of the
important.
last.
And you can
first
hang it
aid
on the wall.
companies in
Look
the
at
United
that,
States.
I just realized.
You
You can hang
can.
it up where it's really
Yep.
handy.
Hang it up where you
Flip
can find
open,
it.
Get that stuff that stops the bleeding, and man, you're in heaven.
Get that stuff that stops the bleeding.
Yeah, stop
Marilyn can
bleeding
attest
there,
to that
that
it
it
does
works.
work.
Yep.
And it hurts
Really bad.
really bad.
Worse than the cat biting you?
Well, it's when it's not the bite that hurts so much, it's when she drags the teeth off.
Okay.
It gets to you.
But you should keep a safety kit close
That's
at
a good
hand
safety tip.
in case someone does get burned, especially your children. You know,
Oh.
something that will help.
What are
with
those?
burns.
$19.99? I think.
They are today.
Yep. For all Make It So viewers today, they're
In
$19.99.
honor
I
of
think
the
they're
4th of July.
$29.99.
Yep. Well, they're on sale today for $19.99 if you want one.
If you want
Come
one,
and make it
comment.
mine.
$10 off the
There you go.
listed price.
Yep. $10.
That's
And
a
look,
good
babe.
deal.
I'm
It's
kind
my
of
4th
having
of July gift.
a patriotic.
Yep.
They are
It's got a
sealed.
quilt. Yep.
So these are sealed and locked. Never been opened. So
Sealed
good to
locked,
have one in your
open.
car,
In your sewing room.
in your bathroom,
Kitchen.
kitchen, all those places.
All right. What else you got, Marilyn?
Well, this is the ongoing saga
Oh,
of the
yes.
strip
That's gonna be
tube
beautiful.
quilt. And I have to tell you, I'm really impressed with it.
That's great.
And the reason is I can't do points worth anything when I try to sew points together. And they're still not exactly perfect, but
Yeah, but look how well they line up here. I
They
mean,
line
that's
up-
like
yeah, because that's the straight line that you sew. When you have those triangles and you sew them together, you open them up and they make a perfect square, and then everything just turns out nice then. The biggest problem I had was figuring out how to lay them out. And so they've been laid out several times, and they're being laid out as I make them again. But anyhow, I wanted to show you that it's
So
possible.
if they missed the show before, we're following up on your strip tube
Tube
ruler project.
And we have them on back order. They should be in
And
next
next
week.
Yep.
And so I don't know if I can show you how to do it on here or not, but if you look at the back of these
I think I have some in my
Do you?
project.
Good, good. If you look at the back of that, you can place, let me get another ruler so I can kind of show you.
So if you missed that show, you can watch, was that last week's show or the week before?
There was one
Okay.
before that
Do we
too.
have a little square ruler out?
Don't know. My
Well, I
kingdom
could
for a
tap this.
lost ruler.
Anyway, so when they get it, we can show you, but you can barely see my sewing line here. This is the 1/4 of an inch, of course.
Marilyn, is this too small?
Probably.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
Joan's finding
Okay.
one then.
So you get your tube? No.
Strip ruler?
No.
Fabric.
Is this
You know,
charades?
those of you who know me know I can't remember anything, and it just goes out of my mind. But you buy a jelly roll, and you take the strips. We got the roll. Okay. From the jelly roll. Oh, look, she does have them. So you get the strips from the jelly roll, and take 4 at a time. This is a completed square that Joan did. You do 4 at a time. You sew them together the long way, and then your last seam is going to sew them into a tube. The last seam that you do that way, you sew them into a tube. I have to apologize to all of you because I confused some people when I tried to tell you about this last time. I can't imagine that I would ever do that. But I said you turn the tube inside out, and that was very time consuming. And Joan said, you don't turn the tube inside out. That was very embarrassing. So I just want to apologize to all of you. So you don't turn it inside out. What you do is you lay it out, and you take a ruler, and you find the 45 on the strip tube ruler that's coming.
And who
It's
makes the
very
ruler?
easy, and the strip tube.
I don't know right off the top of my head who makes the strip tube ruler.
We'll have to get that for you, Robert. So you use the 45-degree line, which is here.
Nope.
Oh,
Well, not
that's-
on that one. So
Jonah's going to tell you how to do this. There it is. I know.
So the strip tube ruler uses whole and half measurements. Now I had already cut these for 2 1/4 because I made that project up there on the wall with this fabrics. So I took the strip tube ruler and I lined it up and I set it down and I lined it up with there. And so you actually line up with your stitch line, right?
And that's
so
where
then-
I was telling people
Yep.
wrong.
And so then I took my Quilter Select ruler and I put washi tape over the top of it so that I would have a guide for this because the strip tube ruler uses 2 inches or 2 1/2 and I've got 2 1/4. So it didn't really work with this, so I made it work. Cozy Quilt Designs is who makes the ruler. So
And washi tape comes from
everywhere
everywhere.
you can get it. At Target.
I never heard
You can
of
just
washi tape.
pull the
before.
washi tape out of the air or the washing machine or wherever you find it.
Washi.
That was-
I think you can get it at Staples or Target or
I've never heard
Hi,
of it.
Judith. Welcome.
okay.
Okay.
So
Washi tape.
We're talking about the strip tube project that Marilyn's working on.
So you line it up and then you just whack off the edges, flip it over, and line it up and cut the next set. And then when you open it up, you've got this.
And everything's perfectly in line
Yep.
if you do it right. And you don't have the shakes or
If you
anything.
do it the Joan Baker way versus the Marilyn Rubin way, is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it just does
But
work.
it really, I mean, so that's why I'm impressed because I know the Marilyn Rubin way and it would turn out really not so perfect.
Yeah.
And I think for me, this is perfect.
I think it looks
It
really
came
good.
out really well,
It did. So,
So
if
you'll
I
have to
was
lay
doing
that
this-
so the viewers
So when
can
I
see
get
it.
when I get them all made and I have my top made, then I'll show it again. I won't bore you with it another night.
You're
until
getting
it's
lots
done.
of compliments.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're sweet. You are a sweet bunch, and I do love all of you.
So yeah, so you can do all kinds of different layouts with that. So she's got one here that is like like this.
I was originally going to focus on the centerpiece, and because I had so many different strips of material, I couldn't make them all the same like this, which I liked. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure that my squares around here are of similar hue.
Yeah,
That a good thing
I
to
think
say?
it's going to be a beautiful quilt.
Yeah.
This jelly roll and pre-cut set we don't have anymore. Those have all been
that
sold.
one, but there are others.
There are others. That is a beautiful collection. So, but yeah, the strip two ruler. If you've got some fabrics that you don't like, you can sew them together and make a fabulous quilt. Not saying that these were fabrics that I don't like, because I do, but we all have those fabrics in our stash that we're tired of looking at.
Do we have the Quilter Select handles?
Those are on back order as well.
Back order should be coming in soon, hopefully.
But if you want one, comment make it mine.
And yep, we'll add you
get
to the
'em.
list. First come, first serve thing.
That's right. So we'll get those to you as soon as they come in. But yeah, those are handy if you're going to do something like this. Setting these down is wow.
Okay.
All
One more
right,
quick
what's
thing,
going
'cause
on?
I see we've got short time. The AccuQuilt folks have brought back the baby Go, and I mean it
It's
was
Go
gone
Me
for a
now,
while.
right?
Go Me.
Yeah.
It was Go Baby, and then
Now
it
it's
grew
Go
up.
Me, so it's grown up a little bit. It still uses the crank. It's not very heavy. It's easy to open. You hold it from here, and I'm not strong, so very much. So it takes anything, any of your dies that are only 6 inches wide. And with the Go Me, you get 2 dies, and they are for these blocks that you can see on here. I think, does it show the different ones?
It
You can
does.
kind of see the different colors of them.
Mhm.
And then I peeked into the bag. I didn't want to open the blocks. I peeked in the bag, and it has in here a pattern. But even better than the pattern, for people like me, you have to know how to use things, and you need diagrams. So this tells you exactly how you need to lay your fabric on the die so that you have the grain in the proper direction. And I think that's very useful, because that's the first question you have when you go to lay your fabric on it is which way and where's the straight of the grain. All of that is explained in this little pamphlet that comes with it. And then their pattern idea book, they give you, they show you again how to lay it out.
There's tons of videos too.
There probably are, but I'm kind of a touchy-feely person. I like books.
Okay.
So this is the pattern that comes with it, and I think that's really a stunning pattern. I
Is
like
that the
that
card
one.
trick?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
I love that one. Did you see that, Sue? And so that comes with it as well. And this is the last day of the sale. It's $99 for this, for the 2 dies, for the cutting mat, which you put on top of your material when you put it through, and for the instructional documentation.
Yep.
And this is perfect to take to the lake, to take on a long trip, to take on a cruise, to take to visit grandma, to, to do anything like that in place of a book. If you don't like to read books, you can cut out a bunch of blocks.
You can cut
mean,
out circles.
And you can
For
cut out
your yo-yo
circles. They
maker.
have all
If you
kinds
get
of,
mad at your husband, you can take his shirts while he's asleep.
have a ball. I think that's a good idea,
I
Sue.
know.
And then when they go out and they go fishing with their shirt on, then they have a big round circle.
Well, I don't know if y'all remember,
From the
but
sunburn?
Yeah. This is another pattern that will do.
Yeah.
So
they're-
anyway, this is a fantastic buy, and like I said, it's only, you need to ask for it tonight because it's only on sale tonight, $99.
I think it
It's
ends tonight. Yeah.
usually $129. Is that
I think
what you
that's
said?
right.
So good buy, and it's also good if you have a a grandchild or a daughter that you are training to sew, she can have her own little cutting kit here. And
Yep.
that would just be so much fun for her.
Don't have to give them a rotary cutter.
No, which this is, yeah, she's not going to get cut on this. But I think it's spectacular, so keep it in mind. Do it tonight before you go to bed, and you'll be happy, happy, happy.
Yep.
All right, what about a giveaway?
The giveaway is probably buried up there under all my stuff. Here it
There we
is.
go. All right.
We did
Let's
a
go
show
this way.
on these.
Yes, we did.
Is it? They're labeled, right? So this is the small color wheel. This is the one that has the little holes that you can hold it up to your fabric and find the color on, and then find your coordinating fabrics. It's got a little poster inside of it too. And so that's our giveaway tonight. So we'll find out who the lucky winner is in a second.
Second set.
Yeah, so you
Second
can
up.
always go back and watch the color show. There was a 2-part.
There was a 2-part. That was there was a lot of questions about that, and
It was a lot of
color is-
fun.
It is a lot of fun, and it's so easy too.
Ashley Scott is the winner.
Ashley Scott, congratulations,
Yay.
Ashley. Thank you
Got
for
a color
joining us
wheel.
today.
So make sure that you go register.
Make sure you go to the website, quiltershq.com, and register for Make a Sew so we can get this. If you're not local, we can send it to you.
Mhm. Yep.
So,
I also want to give kudos to Chloe. She's our expert over here and
Thank
takes
you.
all your comments and all of your orders, and she gets everything whipped out there for you so it's all organized. And what would we do without Chloe?
I appreciate that.
know.
Thank,
Thank
you
you,
so
Chloe.
much.
and she's a recent KU grad.
Yeah,
Yes, congratulations.
more better.
So
More better.
More better, more
gooder.
gooder.
More
Yep.
better too.
More good.
All right.
And she's
That's-
blushing.
It's just my natural complexion.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
As always, how do we send off the show?
Make
Make
it
it
so.
Happy 4th of July to
Yes.
all of you. Be safe.
Be safe.
I was going to say it's actually Independence Day. not
Okay, it's
4th of
Independence.
July.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that
Thank
this
you.
morning, so you're welcome.
Correction.
Take
All right.
care, everyone.
Good
Bye.
night.
You know, you and I have talked about when you
Oh, so
need
this
to cut and
one.
turn,
Mhm.
cut and turn.
is-
Okay, and I've got those turn things, and I don't think